MORETALKFCB, and welcome back to the channel, guys. And today we are going to be talking about Barca's COVID outbreak and the growing list of absentees ahead of our weekend's game against Mallorca, which also ties in with my current situation, as I've also come down with COVID. I've been struggling with it over the past few days. I'm not feeling 100% right now, but the show must go on. And today, there is news to discuss as Ferran Torres trains for the very first time at Barça. We're going to be talking all about his arrival and also the possible signing this coming summer of Cesar Azpilicueta, and whether that is a move that we should be making. It is all coming up for you as best I can. Let's do it. Because indeed, guys, if we do begin with the COVID situation at Barca right now, and indeed the concerning times that we have when we're looking at our depleted squad, because on Monday evening, following the return of all of the players from the Christmas break, there were 2 positive cases confirmed in the squad. The first one there, Lenglet, and the second one, Dani Alves, they're ruled out. And neither of those players, as a result, trained with the team in the first session on Tuesday. But then, on the day of training, the 2 left-backs, Alba and indeed then Balde, also tested positive for COVID, which made it 4 confirmed cases within the Barca squad. But again, neither of those players then went on to train with the team on Tuesday evening. But Barca thought at the time that was not going to be it. Barca were very, very concerned, and they still are, that this is an ongoing situation. And indeed today, this morning, we have more confirmed cases, unfortunately, with Ousmane Dembélé, one of those who indeed now has returned a positive COVID test, because yesterday Dembélé actually missed training after he wasn't feeling very well, and the club were concerned and wanted to wait for the result of his test before he actually returned to the club. So he now is going to have some time away. But it's not just him either, because the most concerning 2 cases come in the form there of Gavi, who's also tested positive, and Umtiti, because significantly, both of those players were in training on Tuesday. So Barca now, with all of those players, have in total 7 confirmed cases in the squad. But given the fact that Umtiti and Gavi were in that training session yesterday, it was split into smaller groups. All of the possible measures there and following protocols due to the current COVID situation. But I just feel like we certainly haven't heard the end of this. There's going to be more cases for sure in the coming days. And it's not just us either, because especially looking ahead to the weekend's game against Mallorca on Sunday there, they have within their squad right now 7 positive cases, and that is also rising as we go on. So both Barca and Mallorca going into that game have got a lot of issues there with positive cases in their squad, but La Liga right now are standing firm, because from the outside you're obviously going to be thinking, surely that game is going to be postponed for the health and the safety of not just the players, but of course those as well that they could, pass it on to, spread it. You've got to be very, very careful in these situations. But La Liga right now are saying, we won't postpone it. We will not postpone it. Their rule is that as long as you have 5 first-team players available, you play. And I find that absolutely extraordinary there if this game was to go ahead. We'll have to wait and see what happens in the coming days. But if we do go back to yesterday's training session, the ones that were there, one really good piece of news, and actually here to bring you something a little bit positive, was Pedri, because he actually returned there in the full session. He returned to full training with the rest of his teammates, and he is looking really, really good to return as soon as possible. If we do play on Sunday, I think he's going to be in contention to play in that game. If that game, of course, was put back, you'd certainly fancy him to be involved in our next game in January. But I want to show you this, man. Something else that we can all be very, very happy about. Ferran Torres in the Barca training kit. And I have to say, all of the photos that I've seen so far of Ferran Torres, really, really excited to see him in Barca colours at the camp now. All fantastic stuff there. But he just suits it so well. It's like he was born to play it. It really, really is. You look at his social media, he's always updated it there with the latest pictures, the latest posts there of everything he's been doing since he joined Barca. He seems absolutely delighted to be here. We're so happy, of course, to have him as he too continues there to work on his recovery, as Barca there are hoping that he's going to be returning around mid-January from that fractured foot injury that he suffered back in October. But along with all of that stuff, along with the training, along with COVID, along with everything right now in the present day, what I also would like to discuss, and what I really do want your opinions on, guys, is Cesar Azpilicueta. Because late last night there from Gerard Romero, who does seem to be getting some more accurate and reliable information these days, he came out and said that ahead of the summer transfer window, Azpilicueta, he is very, very close to joining Barça. If nothing crazy changes, then he is going to be a signing in the summer, which is going to go ahead there. And I just wonder about that potential move, because Azpilicueta, of course, he is 32 years old, he is getting on in his career, but what I would say on that is 32 for a defender, especially most notably as a centre-back, it's not all that old, because of course a lot of that position relies on experience, on know-how, on the intelligence you have of the game. So I think 32 isn't actually that bad for somebody bringing that level of experience, and also the kind of leadership he would bring as well. His contract, like I say, is up this summer, and of course he'll be coming in on a free transfer. That of course is a positive too. We have to still be careful with the signings that we make, where we spend our money, and if we can pick up some clever cheap deals elsewhere, then all the better for us. But I think most importantly as well, he would arrive as a very versatile player. He can play there, of course, as the centre-back, as part of two centre-backs, or indeed three. He can also play as a right-back, even as a left-back too. And I do think here that Azpilicueta, he is a very, very interesting option. He does tick a lot of the boxes that we lack in defence. I think we do lack there a lot of leadership. I think we do lack there somebody who is actually a very, very good defender and reader of the game. And this is also somebody, of course, who does have La Liga experience. It was a long time ago. He actually started his career there back at Osasuna in the day. He grew up there through Osasuna's youth academy. He then went to Marseille. He's been brilliant at Chelsea, absolutely fantastic there, playing under so many great coaches in so many Chelsea teams over the years. He's of course worked his way up to be their captain. Such is the way that he's carried himself there in a Chelsea shirt, and like I say as well, he has represented the Spanish national team on 36 occasions. And I just wonder there, what do you make of those Azpilicueta rumours? Of course he wouldn't come in necessarily to play every single game. He's not somebody they're going to be highly dependent on, but I think as an addition to the squad, and especially as well the dressing room surrounding so many of these young players, bringing in that bit of experience, that bit of leadership, especially at the back, that could be important for us. And on a free transfer, if the wages were manageable too, it could be an interesting one to follow. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, guys, and of course please do let me know as well on all of what we have discussed today, from the training sessions and of course our COVID situation. And of course I'm sorry that today's video not quite as lively, not quite there, presented in the same sort of way as I would usually like to do, but I'm just trying to do my best for you guys right now, just trying to keep you updated with all of the news, even despite, unfortunately, not feeling so good. I will see you soon, guys, hopefully when I'm feeling a little bit better. And I thank you still for tuning in today and for all of your support. I really appreciate it, and I hope you're all doing well and staying safe. But until next time, guys, as always, Visca El Barça.